those cookie cutter neighborhoods that we see all over the place. Today I'm going to be talking about a brand new community right here in Erie, Colorado that has front porch living and a southern style charm. Let's jump right in. Hi there, Christy Lee here, and I'm just going to be talking to you about the new community out in Erie called Westerly. Now, why do I love this community? Well, I love it simply because it's different. It doesn't look like all the other communities that we see popping up everywhere. This community is different because it creates this whole sense of, community, obviously, but it has front porch living. It really drives in its southern charm. It's just amazing. So let's just jump right in. Why is it so great? Well, there's 3 builders there. The first one is going to be Brightland Homes. The second one is SLC, and the third one is going to be McStain. Now, all 3 of these have collaborated together to bring you this tight-knit, kind of like old school, think about like Leave It to Beaver kind of feeling, walking down the street and people are waving to each other. That's what this community is really driving to be. Brightland Homes has more of that alleyway kind of home. So there's going to be more up and down. Your garage is going to be in the back. And then you're going to have side yards. Pretty smaller side yards. You have to be somebody who maybe doesn't need that playground in the backyard or that trampoline. You are going to have that smaller side yard back. The garage is going to be a 2-car garage, and these homes are going to be about anywhere between 1,200 square feet to roughly 2,000 square feet. Now, the great thing about Brightland Homes in this community is that they're affordable. I mean, they're starting right now in these 600s, going up to about 720-ish, anywhere between 3 and 4 bedroom homes. They will have, some of them will have offices as well. All of them are going to be brand new, obviously. But it's so great about these ones is that they are really, truly maintenance free. Again, the front is going to be pretty much zero-scaped, and that is going to be offered by the builder, but the side yard is going to be very minimal. So whether or not you want to put grass in is really up to you because it is so small. Most people are just going to zero-scape that or put in AstroTurf. Now, the second builder is going to be SLC, and those are going to be more of your everyday type of homes, and they are also the builder and the builder of the whole community. So SLC is right out of Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, and this entire community is based off of their community out in Tennessee called West Haven. So if you have a chance, check out West Haven so you can actually see what this community is supposed to be looking like. SLC is a very southern-based builder, and so they strive on southern values. Everything about this company is very southern value-driven. Again, they're going to have the front porches, which is amazing. They're going to have anywhere between 2,000 square feet to about 3,000 square feet in their single-family homes. And then they're going to also have villas. So their villas are going to be more of that townhome feel. 2 of them are going to be attached to each other. So you are going to be sharing one wall with the villas. The villas are going to be starting roughly about 600, going up to 700 as well. The garages are going to be on the back side of the villas. And you will have a side yard as well with the villas. But these single family homes are going to be traditional. Your garage is going to be in the front. You'll have a normal backyard in the back. Pretty decent size as well. And they really do cater to high quality. I mean, all 3 builders for sure, but SLC, high quality, high customer service. They really want to make their customer extremely happy and proud to be living in this community. The single family homes are going to be starting roughly about $800,000 going up to $1 million. And then the third builder that I absolutely love as well as McStain. So McStain is going to be one of the smaller builders in the community. They're only going to have just a handful of homes, and it's going to be more of the high-end elite builder in this community. These homes are going to be anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000 square feet. So they're going to be the big ones, right? The big ones. And they're going to be starting roughly about 1.1 going up to about 2 million. So depending on what you want. Those ones are going to have 3 to 4 car garages, large backyards. All of them are going to have the front patios, like I've already mentioned many times. And that's one thing that's really cool about these is all of them will have front patios. All of them. And what's so great about this is whether you have a Brightland home or you have a McStain home or anything in between, as you're driving down the street in this community, the builder specifically has made it feel like you really don't know what is which. So, because they all kind of have that aesthetics that you're just kind of driving. So, you don't essentially like, oh, you're in the cheaper homes, you're in the more expensive side of the community. It's not like that. They actually intertwine the entire community together. So, the reason why this community is going to be so amazing is because of its walkability that it's created within its own neighborhood, right? So they have what is called, well, it's their amenity center, but it's called the Waypoint. So their amenity center is going to have a large pool, a waiting area. It has the gym. You're going to have, the events are going to be taking place there. You have a meeting area there. It's just going to be a really, really focal point of the entire community. They also will have retail at some point. So here in the near future, they're going to bring in actual shops. So again, take a look at West Haven and see what I mean by this. They're going to have coffee shops, yoga, brewery, pizza, things like that within the actual neighborhood. So you can just walk to these places and you're going to be able to just essentially walk home. Like you have them right there, which is so great. This community is really, really driven on bringing everybody together. So they have actual monthly events that take place every single month. There's an event coordinator actually on staff. So that's their full-time job, is to do this for you. And so they have food trucks, concerts, farmers markets, things like that, anything to bring the community together. In Christmas time, they just finished, they had their huge, I think it was like 50 or 60-foot tree. Like it was ginormous. Maybe it was even bigger than that. It was huge, right? They're dead set in the middle of the community. And so they have like a whole lighting thing, when they first lit the tree. They have that. They have hammocks for their community residents to utilize and go and relax, read a book, whatever that might be. You have parks throughout there, and there's actually 4.5 trails throughout the entire community, which will actually connect to other trails within Erie, which will take you all over the place. So you're going to have that as well. Another great thing is that eventually it'll have a middle school being built in the actual community too. So one thing about Erie is growing like crazy, right? It's growing like crazy. So we do need more schools. So they're actually putting a middle school actually in this particular neighborhood, but they're also, where it's located, you have Erie High School directly across the street, and they're actually going to be building an underpass under the Erie Parkway so kiddos can walk under the street and go directly to school, which is phenomenal because it, alleviates any sort of accidents that might help out with traffic on the road. So it's going to be really, really great. They're really taking the time to cater to what their residents need. And that's really, really key. So I think that this community is actually phenomenal fit for Erie as a whole, because Erie as a whole is relatively small. I mean, we are absolutely growing. People have now found out about Erie. I personally live in Erie. And so we do have that small town feel, which Westerly is going to be kind of mimicking on its own, which is really, really cool. But Westerly is only going to be roughly about 1.5 miles to downtown Erie, which is also where a lot of things happen. Like all of our town events actually happen in downtown Erie. So that's where we have the farmers markets every single week. That's where we have the Boo on Briggs, the Christmas parades. We actually have hot air balloons that go off every single day throughout the summertime. There's just a lot of things on why people are actually gravitating towards Erie, because it's phenomenal. And then now you add this amazing community, a neighborhood and it's just piggybacking off of the Erie values as a whole. And I'm so excited about this community. I truly am. I personally want to move there so bad. Not there yet, but eventually I will be, because it is so great. I love what they have to offer. I love who they are. I love the company that they stand for and what they stand for. I've checked out West Haven out in, Nashville, and it is phenomenal. And if it's anywhere like that out here, it's a game changer. It's absolutely a game changer. Now, one thing I will say about this community is that if you're wanting something that has a lot of space, like you want a lot of land, or you want to kind of keep to yourself a little bit, Westerly is not going to be it. It is definitely a different lifestyle. You are definitely more kind of you're very close to your neighbors. And that's the whole concept behind this community. They want you to know your neighbors. They want you to get out in the front yard with your front porch and get to know and wave at each other and share a Coke or a beer. That's what they want you to do. And that's the whole principle behind this community. So if you're somebody who wants space, Westerly is not going to be for you. And I will straight up tell you that it is not going to be for you, and we look for something else. If you're wanting something, if you're new to the area and you want to, meet people very quickly, Westerly is going to be a great option for you. Christy Lee here. Please reach out to me if you have any questions at any time. Remember to click the subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.